International NGO Human Rights Watch has released its 2026 report on injustice across more than 100 countries. The report lists China's attempts to crack down on dissident voices within Taiwan. It highlights the imprisonment of Taiwan-based Chinese publisher Fu Cha, who runs an openly anti-China outlet. It also talks about Beijing's moves to suppress freedoms in Hong Kong, such as the conviction of former media mogul Jimmy Lai for crimes against national security. To learn more about the report, Irene spoke with Elaine Pearson, Asia Director at Human Rights Watch and one of the report's authors.
The report mentions Fu Cha, a Taiwan-based Chinese publisher who's been convicted on secession charges in China. Could you tell us a bit about who Fu Cha is and why his case is significant?
He is editor-in-chief of Gusa Publishing, and they had been translating works that are critical of the Chinese government. He's subsequently been arrested in China and sentenced to 3 years, I believe, for inciting secession. What is concerning is that we have seen the Chinese government repeatedly go after people in Hong Kong, now in Taiwan, for publishing information that is critical of the Chinese Communist Party as an act of overt censorship.
In the report, you also mentioned that the Hong Kong police have warned that they will punish anyone who downloads a Taiwanese mobile game called Reversed Front, in which the players try to overthrow a communist regime. How do you see this action coming from the Hong Kong authorities?
I mean, the banning of a game in Hong Kong just shows how there is absolutely zero tolerance now in Hong Kong for anything that is deemed to be critical of the Chinese government. And that's because in Hong Kong, you now have a Hong Kong government that is basically a rubber stamp for Beijing. You have legislators that have to pledge allegiance to the Chinese Communist Party. And so it's not surprising.
There's now also a government hotline in Hong Kong where people can report on each other. How is this affecting everyday life in Hong Kong?
This national security hotline has accumulated more than 900,000 tips since it was established in 2020. So that is a huge number. So it is about getting ordinary Hong Kongers to report on one another so that people are not only worried about the public comments that they might make, but then they're also increasingly worried about the private conversations they're having with family members at the workplace. And I don't know specifically about what is incentivizing this, except we know that loyalty to Beijing and the Chinese Communist Party is now prioritized in Hong Kong.
That was Elaine Pearson, Asia Director at Human Rights Watch.